welcome to Rise and Shine Yoga. It's another week, so we're going to spend about 45 minutes together. Hi, my name's Jen, and this is a very low stress, low impact yoga flow, yoga stretch, a little bit of core thrown in there. Nothing too crazy. You'll love it. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. So we don't need anything specific today. However, if you want a prop, please grab it. You want a sweatshirt, please grab it if you want. A blanket, please grab it. You'll find out very quickly that this is very much you do you. I give suggestions, make modifications as you see fit. Do your thing. I'm just kind of guiding you along. Make sure that you do have some water. Take advantage of that a lot. I'll try to remind you as I can to drink, but at any time that you'd like, either press pause, get a drink, come on back, or just drink as you go. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of movement today, but we want to start out nice and relaxed. So find the position that's comfortable for you. I always find sitting on a block or a pillow to be the most comfortable for me. But you do you. So let's take some nice deep breaths. I'm going to take about 20 of them here. Slowly, when you're ready, we're going to stand on it. And sometimes it seems silly to get on the floor, take a minute, and then stand back up, but it really kind of sets you and grounds you and be ready for the practice rather than just kind of just jumping in and standing straight up. All right, so we are going to stand in our mountain pose, so bring in the shoulders back, pull back. Your legs can be about shoulder width apart. It can be a little closer, a little farther apart, whatever one, but pull it back. Really push that chest forward. And we should have one arm come up and one arm come down here. And really pull apart. And we're going to switch it up. Other way, big pull. Release, shake it on out. And the little noodle arms, I like to just literally just swing the torso and then the arms go along for the ride unless you whack your arm and your fingers on the cabinet. Ow. All right, shake it out. Pull one arm up over the top. And the other way over the top. Release, shake it out again. And then bring one leg across and the arm across. So we're really stretching from that foot all the way to the hand. And release. And the other side. So we're just intensifying these stretches. And release. I'd like you to turn sideways, go against a wall, a door, a couch, whatever it happens to be. Hold on, bring one foot back and lean on in. So we're really stretching the back of this calf right here. We're going to do a little standing work here once we stretch, so definitely staying here using your balance point. All right, and then come on up, put those toes on the ground. Let's just come up and pulse. And release. Come on in, tap it out, bring it in, out and in. One more. Tap it down. And let's push it out other side. So first we're just stretching. And then come on in, tap it down, and pulse. And let's go in and out. One more. Beautiful. Turning to your front, or I am because I hold on to the side. I'm going to do some calf raises, single and double. So we'll start with some doubles first. So just lift up, come 90-something% of the way down and back up. If you want to feel like a dancer and have your hand in front, both hands in front, totally fine. And release it down. All right, we're going to do just one side. So if you'd like the other side to just have a foot or a toe on the ground, or just have it be on the tips of your toes, whatever it happens to be, or you can lift that leg up completely, totally your choice, but this is the leg that's doing all the work. Let's go. Just 10. And release it down. Other side. One more. All right, point those toes out so the heels are close together. They don't have to be touching. Now let's come out and back down. Same thing, coming 90% of the way down. Relax. I'm just going to do just one foot. One more. Other side. Really waking up those legs. And release, shake them out. We have one more set with toes in. And then I promise to move on. All right, so now the heels are out, the toes are facing kind of pigeon-toed-esque. Do you feel a difference with the legs in different positions? Seeing how that glute activates? If not, think about these things. It's amazing what your body can do. I know your calves are getting, my calves are getting tired, so I'm sure yours are too. All right, relax. And then let's try the individuals with this side. Might be a little tricky, but we'll try. All right, last time, other side. We're not speeding through. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Shake it out. Take those legs out. Don't hit a calf on it. Don't kick a calf on it either. All right, so we're gonna bring those legs out. We're gonna bring those arms out. We're gonna make a big X. Or a big X here, or a big X here. Now what we're just gonna do is bring those elbows in and back out. So this may be where you want to be today. If you want to add in a little baby squat, you can. We're not doing big squats, just little baby ones. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms out, and let's down, back, and the other side. Now, if your arms are tired, you can just be here. Totally fine. Otherwise, we're here. Now we're gonna go a little deeper. We're gonna go down to approximately our ankle to knee area. My hips are going back. That's okay. We'll adjust that later. We're just getting ourselves started. All right, next time we go back to side A, we're gonna hold. So this is my side A, so I'm gonna hold. And I'm gonna bring this arm back behind, open up that chest, and bring that hand down. Now, I'm here, everything's wonderful, great, comfortable, good. My butt is like to Wisconsin back there. So I'm just gonna bring my glutes in, and by default, that hand's gonna come up because I need to get some of that range of motion, or get some of that hip action back in. So that's where I am. Still when we come into this round 2, we're going to start here in this position as compared to getting into it and then bringing those hips in. All right, let's come on up. Shake it out. Other side. Let's drop it down. So we can drop it down first. We can adjust that upper body however we want it to be. And then we're going to bring those hips in. So it's exploring where your body is in space. Your kinesthetic awareness, very important. All right, roll it on up. We're gonna bring those arms back out. This time I'm gonna leave this arm straight. You can bring it back behind that bind if you'd like, no worries. But I'm gonna go into that position, but I'm gonna keep those hips tucked in. So I'm not out here. This is where I was before. And I was doing this. And so I pulled it all in, tucked it all in. That's what we're going for. All right, so let's drop it down. And breathe. 5 breaths. I'm going to come up. I'm going to go right to the other side. And come up. Drop those arms. Give them a little roll. And give them a roll the other way. And let's heel toe those feet in. If you want to grab some water, great time, because we're going to head back down to the ground in a second. All right, so let's bring those arms up. Lean back. Drop it back behind. Well, so we're just kind of swinging those arms. We're like skiing or something. It's really exaggerated, really slow motion. Let's do 2 more like that. And then lower it down. Let those knees be bent. And let that head just sway a little side to side. Come to a halfway lift. Flatten that back. Curl those shoulders back. Turn your head one way. And turn your head the other way. Come back through center. Bring those hands down. And let's come back and come to tabletop. I'm just going to turn and face my left ankle. Make sure my foot is still, in fact, attached to my body. Thankfully, it is. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Check. Am I still in possession of all my lower limbs? Yes. Beautiful. And just kind of wiggle those hips a little bit. All right, so we're going to do some IYTs here. If in the tabletop is too much for you, you can do some modifications, either coming on to your fists, which will take some of the pressure off the wrist because it's in a straight line, or you can come here and do it on your heels. But we're going to do an I, a Y, a T, a T. We're going to do it for like 2 minutes, okay? So nice, slow, controlled. Big thing to remember here is when obviously your shoulders are pulled back, your back is straight. You're going to move 1, come back, get it situated, get it where it needs to be before you move that other arm, okay? So this should not be it shouldn't be difficult, but it shouldn't be easy either. All right, so let me check my clock. All right, let's begin. Eyes, Y's, and then coming out to the side for our T. Maybe after this yoga class, even though it is warm outside, thankfully I have air conditioning, maybe some tea and honey would be a great way to soothe some summertime throat. through one more round of each. And then we're going to come to Sphinx. So take your time. Whew. All right, we're here in Sphinx and we're really puffing that chest forward. Really tucking those elbows in. We're really stretching out that low back and that core. Grab a little drink. Drop that head. Release that upper body down. Reach back, grab a foot, drop that head, stretch out that quad. And release, other side. And release. If you would like to do 2 feet at the same time and lift that torso up, feel free. If not, you're just going to relax here on your belly and take a minute. All right, bring those feet in, tuck them in, and then lift it up. Don't hold your breath. Bring that ear to the ground. I'd like you to take your hands, bring them back behind you, and just let those shoulders lean forward and release the glutes. That means don't hold any tension in your butt. Giving you permission to just let those butt muscles go. And then turn and put that other ear on the ground. How does this side feel versus the other side? Back to tabletop, and let's do our thread the needle stretch. Taking your time. I'm going to bring that right arm up and then loop that arm through underneath my left arm and bring that right ear back to the ground. And then decide do I want this hand in front, behind, farther in front, whatever works well for me. And obviously our ear is on the ground again, but it feels entirely different. In fact, the only thing that is the same is that our ear is on the ground. And then nice and slow, come back up. Shake it out, other arm up, and look it through. Ear on the ground. Even if it takes you twice as long to get into a posture or pose, that's totally fine. And then nice and slow. Oh. Come back up. All right, let's take our right foot and bring it to our mat. We're gonna put our hands on the inside of that right foot, and we're just gonna lean it on in. And this foot can come out, this leg can come out to the side if it needs to. Release, come back to tabletop, shake it out. Let's do 3 cat-cows. Cat or cow. And then switch. Cat or cow. And switch. Cat or cow. Switch. Come to a neutral spine. Let's bring that right foot back in. Let's put those hands back where they were. And now, so this is my right foot. This is my right hand. My left hand's going to come on up and twist. And drop it back down. Bring that foot in. Back out. Other foot comes back in. So this is my left foot. My left hand is on the ground, and my right hand is in the air. And drop it down. Come back to my table. Little side to side action going on. And then sit back on those heels. If you want to grab a drink, this is a good time. All right, so we're going to do some hip lifts. We have a couple different options. You can either do them singles or doubles. So if you're going to do them doubles, you're going to have both knees together. You're just going to sit back and come forward, sit back and come forward. If you're going to do them singles, we're going to have one leg up to the side, and we're just going to sit back and come forward. So you decide, are you going to come back all the way and come up all the way? Are you just going to go a little half motion, whatever you want, you decide. We're going to do 10 on the right, 10 on the left, or 20 together. All right, one leg out. I'm just going to have my hands kind of around and about. You could, if you were doing a more weight centered workout, have a weight in your hands to make it harder. We're not doing that today. We're just giving the core, giving those hips a little bit of movement today. That's all. All right, so let's sit down. Do 2 more on this side. And then I'm going to switch it out. Other leg, or resting, and then starting again with the doubles. All right, let's begin. So we're making sure that we're going back the same depth on both sides to the best of our ability. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna lay down on my back. All right, so let's do one more glute bit here. We're going to cross our, we're gonna do a 2-legged bridge. We're gonna do a 1-legged bridge. We're gonna do a 2-legged bridge and 1-legged bridge. Okay, so we're getting some stuff going on. So you can decide if you want to do all those bridges. That's totally fine. You can do something else completely, or you can just relax. All right, so hands down by our side, spreading that weight equally amongst our hands and our fingers, and let's just lift and lower 10 times. More. All right, crossing that one leg over. And let's begin. This is our last bit for today, and then we'll start pulling it down. Two more. Back to doubles one more time. And then singles on the other side. And begin. Two more. Drop those knees to the side. Relax. do a cactus shape and hold it here. Bring those hands straight up and do some circles of the wrist. And then bring those hands face down. Bring those arms back up. Bring those elbows in. And give ourselves a big hug, elbows up to the sky. And switch it up. And release, and let's just come right into our Shavasana section. We'll spend a couple minutes here and then we'll kind of come out of it nice and easy together. All right, start wiggling those fingers and those toes. bend those knees and turn onto the side that you never turn onto. So you always have a preference of a side. Turn onto that other side. Hug those knees and give yourself a big hug here. And push yourself up to seated, nice and slow. Let's turn that head and point that chin out. Come back in, let's do the same thing on the other side. Point that chin, jut it out. Come back in if you want to. Do a little neck stretch, feel free. Just the weight of the hand, nothing more. Other side, same thing. And come back in, and then spinal twist. Another way. Spinal twist. Back in. Let's bring those feet in. Let's come back to tabletop. Take a second. Tuck those toes under. Walk those hands back. Straighten the legs. And then upper body will follow. Nice and slow. Standing on up. Bringing those hands together at heart center, elbows out to the side. And we are done. Thank you for coming to Rise and Shine with me. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you next week.